Yo, welcome to Hard Pass. I am your host, Jacques Slade. It's a show that we hope pushes you to do things for the greater good, like Andy Serkis reading The Hobbit for 12 hours during a charity event live stream. I wonder if I could do unboxings for 12 hours straight. Like, how many times did I bang my hands on the table before they just start to lose feeling? Wait, no, never mind. I don't want to put that sort of energy out there. People might think that's actually going to happen, and I know people are watching. What? It doesn't matter. Anyway. Do you realize we're just a few months away from the 10th anniversary of The Decision, the infamous television special where LeBron James declared that he was taking his talents to South Beach? Well, Nike probably wants you to forget, or at least have bitter feelings about it based on this upcoming LeBron 17 colorway that's being called a South Beach colorway by the blogs. Not sure about this one, sneaker blogs, although this new 17 colorway looks like what would happen to a LeBron at South Beach if you leave it out in the sun for 10 years. I feel like a Be Better Tomorrow LeBron gif is in order here. Arnold Schwarzenegger is back on Hard Pass for a second week in a row, which tells you how deep in the hole now we're searching for content. This time, he shows off his flexibility in a pair of adidas superstars as he tries to stay fit at home. That's a stretch, Arnie. Kind of like this gag. I feel like our writers just like to put these bits on the show just to see if I'll do another bad impersonation. Fine, you win. Hey, did you know that Arnold has a pet donkey named Lulu and a pony named Whiskey? I wonder if they can fit in the chopper. All right, that's enough. So, as of this recording, UFC 249 is going to take place on Oh wait, it's just gonna be in Jacksonville. Now I'm bummed. Not just because someone tested for COVID, which is the worst. Like, Conor McGregor, I want Fight Island now so I can live out my Mortal Kombat dreams. I swear, if UFC 250 or whatever the next one is doesn't have a full-on Shao Kahn room, I'm going to be so disappointed that I won't even ask any of my friends for the link to stream it illegally. The Japanese aquarium is asking for people to FaceTime their eels because they've become shy in the 2 months since visitors were last allowed to visit. Hey, not sure if those eels are fans of the show, but I will gladly allow the aquarium to play my unboxing videos on loop there for the greater good. And because talking to eels sounds a lot better than another Zoom group call with my, quote, friends who still think I'm their plug. My beloved San Francisco 49ers went full Westworld during the reveal of our 2020 schedule. Hopefully it ends a lot better for the team than it did for the and for the because holy crap, Marshawn Lynch. And did you see the and what the did? No cap. Wait, I used that correctly, right? Is that, no? Nobody knows? Okay. Last week, we noticed there were a number of people in the comments who were excited for our alternate universe idea where instead of making Space Jam a new legacy, LeBron James should have gone east and pitched an idea for a crossover event with the Dragon Ball franchise. This led us down the Google rabbit hole where we discovered there's actually a number of fans and NBA players who are deeply invested in anime. Take Sacramento Kings guard De'Aaron Fox. He is such a Vegeta fan that he got involved in a minor controversy when people thought he yelled a move that Goku made famous, the Kamehameha, after making a shot. Fox took to Twitter to state that he would never say that since his allegiance is to the Saiyan Prince. Players like Luka Doncic have rocked custom sneakers with other Dragon Ball Z characters, and even Lonzo Ball dropped a track called Super Saiyan when he was still with the Lakers. By the way, I need a LeVar Ball and Mr. Satan collab as soon as possible. Those two were made for each other. Since a movie is out of the question, what with a new legacy already done, maybe LeBron and a handful of players can pop up during a Dragon Ball Super filler story arc where nothing too serious is going on. Let's see a mysterious basketball-loving god from another universe who could arrive to challenge Goku and the rest of the crew to a game for the fate of the 7th universe. And if past Dragon Ball stories are anything to go by, we know that none of these guys know how to play any regular human sports. I mean, ask Yamcha how it turned out for him when they decided to play baseball for funsies. Anyways, Goku recruits LeBron to teach him how to play, and during training, they discover that LeBron is no ordinary human, but a Saiyan who has been hiding his power all of this time, just waiting for the right moment. Of course, there would be a comedy bit where they wonder why LeBron didn't join them during the Tournament of Power, and LeBron would tell them that, well, it was Taco Tuesday. LeBron would then introduce the rest of the basketball-loving Saiyans, including De'Aaron Fox, Luka, Lonzo, Karl Anthony Towns, and of course, LeVar, because again, The LeVar Satan team up needs to happen. I need at least a 10-episode miniseries where LeVar and Mr. Satan go on adventures to save the world, and it's really just Majin Buu who does all the work. LeBron can provide the uniforms and special Nike LeBron 17s, and for the red carpet walk to the stadium, Goku could be rocking any number of hypebeast outfits that fans have made throughout the years. Just do yourself a favor, don't scroll down too deep when Googling Dragon Ball Supreme fan art. You've been warned. The big game itself plays out like your typical Dragon Ball arc. You've got Goku and LeBron having fun and taking it too easy at first, Vegeta showing off and almost costing his team the game because he gets too cocky, LeBron realizing it's about to get serious and discover some hidden power that all of the gods seem to know about but never mention until the last possible second, and Goku saving the day in the universe by going Super Ultra Instinct multiplied by 20 and blowing up the basketball court. If that's too much to ask, I will also settle for a LeVar and Mr. Satan doing a fusion dance. Either way, call me uninterrupted. I got more galaxy brain ideas where that came from. It is now time for the heat check. This week's top sneaker releases, at least as far as I know. It's a pretty loaded week with a new basketball signature shoe getting a proper release that doesn't require you to chase after a mini tank. Although, if recent internet releases are any indication of how hard these might be to cop, freezing cold Chicago weather might actually be easier. Survival of the hype beast and whatnot. All right, first we have the Nike LeBron 17 Low Lakers. These drop on the 14th for $170. I like these, but let's be honest, another Laker-themed LeBron dropping this week is overshadowing these probably straight to the clearance rack. We have the Nike Air Max 90 SP Duck Camo. These drop on the 15th for $140. The 30th anniversary celebration of the Air Max 90 continues with this highlighter green and camo combination that just makes me wonder why they just didn't make it Volt. I would go for a Volt Camo Air Max 90. It's not like I'm Elmer Fudd during duck season. We have the Adidas Yeezy Quantum basketball shoe that's on the 15th for $250. It's not my pick of the week because Lake Show, baby, but we'll talk more about this pair in a second. However, if these had dropped in Laker colors, they might be my pick of the year. Next, we have the Adidas Ultra Boost 1.0. Those are in core white. Those drop on the 17th for $180. The Kanye approved Ultra Boost returns this weekend, and if we're being honest, this is peak Ultra Boost. I appreciate the technical changes here and there and that later Ultra Boost offer, but aesthetically, the 1.0 is still the ghost that Adidas is chasing in my mind. And then we have the pick of the week, which is the Nike LeBron 7 Media Day. These are on the 16th for $200. When all is said and done, Jason Petrie will likely be as linked to LeBron James as Tinker Hatfield is to Michael Jordan. In many ways, Jason saved the LeBron line with the LeBron 7 like Tinker saved the Jordan line with the Air Jordan 3. And this upcoming Media Day colorway, which began as a one-off goof by LeBron, is the black cement of the LeBron 7. Yeah, I said it. So what if I'm a Laker fan? Don't let my fandom for the greatest franchise in all of professional sports blind you from the fact that this is the best LeBron 7 colorway, period. End of story. Shut it down. Let's go home. Sneaker gods, don't fail me now like you do every other Saturday. Please don't. And now it's time for this week's Hard Pass, where we take a look at something in the culture that just needs to go. Like people who want to boycott certain establishments like Costco for requiring people to wear masks if they want to shop in their stores. I try to stay away from dumb cultural fights like what the color of Starbucks holiday cups are or casting decisions for shows that aim for something a little more reflective of actual society and not the imagination of a horny teenager, okay? That's a lie. I join in on dumb cultural fights all the time if it's funny and especially if it involves sneakers because it's never that serious. But this is not a dumb cultural fight. This is real life. Wearing a mask is not supposed to be a sign that you are a sheep like clowns on social media say or what your political affiliation is. It's not. It's really, really not. It's a sign that you understand that while this pandemic is not easy on anybody, it's the baseline of what you can do to show that you are helping to fight this. The mask shows me that you have enough compassion and understanding in your heart to protect me just in case you have the virus and are just asymptomatic, and I wear the mask to protect you just in case I have it and I'm asymptomatic. It's not foolproof. But until our government on all levels get their act together and our experts develop treatments and vaccines, we have to do this to help each other. It's inconvenient, but it's about as minor as it gets, like getting a scuff on your all-white sneakers. And besides, Costco and other businesses literally say, hey, your little kids don't have to wear masks. And hey, if you have a medical condition that prevents you from wearing a mask, you don't have to wear them. Whether you want to call it a PR move or something they have to say legally, they are taking us all into account, which is more than I can say for deniers of science and common sense. Anyways, so this week's Hard Pass. It goes to this year's crop of signature basketball shoes. Yes, I'm talking about the LeBron 17, Kyrie 6, Dame 6, Air Jordan 34, and everything else. You can even throw in Jeremy Lin's X-Step Elevation in there too. If you're wondering, I did have to look that up. A hard pass to all of them. Not because they're not technologically sound, far from it. We've made progress and we've had a few missteps here and there, but basketball shoes are always pushing the limits of what is possible to help their athletes perform better on the court. But what has been missing for a while now is the hype and the fun. When was the last time the general public was genuinely excited for a new LeBron? The LeBron 10 maybe? So basically his second year in Miami? Kyrie's sneakers are arguably the most popular in the game right now, but it's not the cultural touchstone that Kobe's were when they first went low. Should creating hype be on the mind of Jason Petrie when he designs the LeBron 18 or 19? Not really, at least I don't think so, but his early work with the LeBron 7 and especially the LeBron 8 proves that you can still do both in this era of the modern basketball shoe. It's a tough thing to balance when you have to prioritize performance and you have to fight against the nostalgia sneakerheads have for the past. But if you look at the excitement for the Media Day Nike LeBron 7, and as much as I'm hesitant to say this week's release of the Adidas Yeezy Quantum, there is still hope that both an old and a new basketball shoe can breathe excitement into a category that feels stagnant. Personally, the Quantum is a shoe that I have yet to wear and test out on the court, but I have no doubt that Adidas put in the work to make sure it doesn't just feel like a pair of Yeezy Crocs or whatever Kanye calls his slides. For as much as we get on Kanye's case for being the best and the worst at the same time, this release will be huge for him and Adidas. It will be hyped and sell for almost $1,000 on the resale market, which is more than I can say for any modern basketball shoe. The potential excitement over the Quantum, especially if we actually see Adidas athletes wear them and excel in them on the court should the NBA return, could be what forces another big change to the industry. There's no shame in brands taking what works for their competition and spinning it into their own thing if it's going to mean better products for us. If the Quantum hits, I wouldn't be surprised to see Nike or Jordan or even Chinese brands like Anta or Li Ning refocus their efforts and release new kicks that tip the scales more to the side of lifestyle so we can actually get the shoes we've been promised forever that you can hoop in on the court and stun in off the court. Oh, it's a shoe that looks good in jeans too. Yeah, sure, James Harden. We were already starting to see it with the success of Jerry Lorenzo's Fear of God line, but I think we see the trend accelerating if more people become accepting of the Quantum. And believe me, Kanye doesn't deserve any more credit than he already gets. Dude's a billionaire and he wants us all to know it. But if he can do what Air Jordans can't do anymore, it's time to give the man his due. Again. All right. That's going to do it for the show. Thanks for watching Hard Pass. I'm Jacques Slade. I'll see you next week, but not before I wonder what's in your...
I wonder what's inside your butthole.
Just kidding. I don't actually wonder. Peace.